I'm not making it up. Listen to this. Unimaginable. Listen. All right, guys, Ibrahim, beautiful day. Listen, guys, I want to share something with you. The reason why I want you guys all to see this video is for my brothers and sisters across Africa. You know, because what we have today in Africa is a very youthful population, but unfortunately, we have a bunch of useless African leaders that cannot gainfully, engage the youths of Africa, right? But we see in other European countries like Denmark, and like even in Asia, Japan, it's one of those countries that are struggling with aging population. Not only that, the fact that there's not enough young people to actually do some of the jobs, and so the people that are in retirement are coming back out to work. That's how sad it is, for these countries. But in Africa, we have a plethora of young people just aimlessly roaming the streets of Africa with no gainful employment because our leaders just don't have what it takes to be able to be creative. They are selfish, they are thieves, they are rogues, they are criminals. They continue to steal the future of the young people of Africa. So what I want to show you is this video from Denmark, and to show you how the old people, this man is over 83 years old, almost 83 years old, and he had to come out of retirement just to come and work and drive a bus again, because there's not enough young people to do these jobs. But in Africa, we have a lot of young people. But what is going on? The leaders are making sure that the drugs is available freely, nilly willy, right? Enough drugs is available to everybody across the continent. When you look at Sierra Leone, where I'm from as a country, you look at the kush epidemic, right? You look at the fact that we have some of the biggest drug lords staying in Sierra Leone right now, giving us a very bad reputation across the world. People know now that Sierra Leone is the hub for transnational shipment of cocaine and all of that kind of stuff. It's sad, it's terrible. So I'm pointing this out because, for example, in Sierra Leone, we also had the elections on June 24, 2023. Until this day, we don't have the results, the disaggregated results, the data. The electoral commissioner just came out and said this person won by 1.5 million votes, and that's it. How did we get to those votes? Polling station for polling station, electoral districts by electoral districts, right? Show me how we tabulated these results from polling station to all the way to regional districts, all the way to national, right? There is none of that. They don't have the results. The American ambassador came out and said there's no results in Sierra Leone's elections that was held on June 24th, 2023. Fortunately for us, the contender at the time, Dr. Samura Kamara, actually saved the disaggregated data, which the result reconciliation forms that the APC party collected. So 71% of the forms proved that the APC party won by 57.15% of the votes. But the rest of the executive of the APC party just said they won the elections, but they don't want their victory, except for the flag bearer, who was Dr. Samura Kamara, who is standing up today to defend democracy in Sierra Leone. The rest of the executive, they said they've moved on. They're going to contest the next elections. They said they did not want Dr. Samura Kamara to have a meeting with Mara Bio, the current illegal president, Julius Mara Bio, who is currently illegal. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator in Sierra Leone, right? So these are the realities. I'm not making this up. You'll think I'm telling you a story or some tale. This is a reality. An opposition in Sierra Leone won the elections, but they all said they don't want the victory. Matter of fact, as I'm speaking to you right now, they're all campaigning to be flag bearers for the next election in 2028. But the election that they won in June 24, 2023, they said they don't want that victory. Fact. Except for Dr. Samura Kamara. You can look this up. He's the only person, because he's the flag bearer of the APC party, who said, I'm going to defend democracy. I'm going to stand by the people. There is no way we can allow elections where the results are stolen and the results are not announced. I say this because we have incompetent leaders in Sierra Leone today, an incompetent and illegal government that is actually sitting there, that has no ideas of how to create job employment opportunities for the young people of Sierra Leone. So what they've done is make sure that drugs is available across the country. Free, kush drugs is just there. And young people are falling for that nonsense because when they take these drugs, they say, oh, I've forgotten all about my troubles. This is what is happening. And unfortunately, they're not able to say, we're going to resist these drugs, but let's stand up against these guys and save our nation, save our children's future, save our generations yet unborn, the future that they should have, right? So let me play this video for you without much ado so you guys can see exactly what we're talking about when we say, the European countries and all these other countries where people are running to go because, there's greed, they think it's greener pasture. And they want young people from Africa to travel to these countries to do these jobs because they don't have enough young people to do the jobs. And we have a brain drain across Africa, whilst these African leaders continue to sell and destroy Africa. Watch this video, guys. It's a little late here now. I just got home, but I want to share this with you all. Watch this video.
It's 10 a.m. and Torben Alstrup's getting ready for his midday shift as a bus driver. He's 83, so why is he going to work in the first place?
I'm healthy and energetic. I look forward to my job.
Torben drives his bus in a city in rural central Jutland. He only learned to drive at age 70. Before retiring, he was a professional soldier and business consultant. But he wasn't content with the pensioner's life, so he went back to work.
When you enjoy work, you enjoy life. And I think you'll also have a longer life.
Torben doesn't need the money. After 40 years of employment, he's got a good pension. His wife is also long past 60 and still working, and they both still have time to tend their garden and a few beehives.
This is where I relax. And I always have enough time for it.
Denmark shares a common problem with most other European countries. Too many seniors and not enough young people. By 2050, 1 out of 4 Danes will be older than 65. Even Denmark's trade unions approve of government and business initiatives encouraging pensioners to return to work.
Guys, I hope you guys have seen exactly what I'm talking about here. So this is what we have.
Every year, Denmark's public services...
Right? In other nations. This is what we have. But in Sierra Leone, what do we have? I can guarantee you that this ruling government, this illegal government currently, we have videos of them actually sharing drugs in their own party office to their youths because they don't want them to be productive. They want to destroy them. So across Sierra Leone, we've seen dead bodies, across the country just showing up everywhere from drugs, from kush use, from the use of kush. And they are getting rotten by parts. They are dying alive. Some of these boys are alive and dying. Watch this. This is the SLPP, Julius Marabia's political party, the youths in the party office sharing kush amongst themselves. This is what
What you see there is them sharing drugs. They're fighting for drugs. This is what they are doing to our young people. When you look at the countless videos of these kinds that I can share with you guys. But look at the old people in Denmark. They're coming back out of retirement. Why? Because there is a shortage in population of the young people. Look at them.
This trade union votes for the best over 60, men and women who just won't quit.
Many of our members want to keep working past retirement age, but then they expect more flexibility, that is, fewer work hours per week, or if they're supervisors, less responsibility. I hope we can one day say we'll take everyone who can and wants to go on as long as possible.
When the 83-year-old arrives at work, he has to take the mandatory breath test. In addition, he has to take a driving test at regular intervals. And he's quite popular with his co-workers. Even the 20-something-year-old trainees think he's
Pretty cool. I don't have much contact with people of his age otherwise, but for his age, he's just awesome at this.
His boss doesn't see what's supposed to be so special about her senior employee's age either.
But I really wanted to share this with you guys because I wanted you all to see this and know that when we talk, we're not making stuff up. We're not making things up. But when you go to Sierra Leone today, you'll be sad to see what is actually happening in our communities. You can see even kids are fighting for kush, for drugs. You won't believe it, but I'm giving you facts. This is a video of kids that are actually fighting over drugs in Sierra Leone. I'm not making it up. Listen to this. Unimaginable. Listen. Guys, imagine these are like 10, 11-year-old kids fighting over kush drugs in Sierra Leone, over kush, the synthetic drugs that has taken over West Africa, with Sierra Leone being the epicenter, my own beautiful country. And these are the things we're talking about. A youthful population is being destroyed every day, and people are sitting there acting as if we don't even know what is going on. We're not paying attention to what is actually happening. We've given up on our own country. And when people like myself come out here, we are speaking about these issues and talking about the problems that we are having, and people think it's a joke. People think it's a child's play. 65 years after our independence, we're still dealing with the same problems. But yet, people in Denmark, 83-year-old, is going back to work because there's not enough young people to actually work these jobs in these European countries.
It's 10 a.m. and Torben Ostrop's getting ready for his midday shift as a bus driver. He's 83, so why is he going to work in the first place?
I'm healthy and energetic. I look forward to my job.
Torben drives his bus in a city in rural central Jutland. He only learned to drive at age 70. Before retiring, he was a professional soldier and business consultant, but he wasn't content with the pensioner's life, so he went back to work.
When you enjoy work, you enjoy life. And I think you'll also have a longer life.
Torben doesn't need the money. After 40 years of employment, he's got a good pension. His wife is also long past 60 and still working, and they both still have time to tend their garden and a few beehives.
Guys, for some of you that are following me, you know this is the vision we have for Sierra Leone. This is what we want to see with our old people. How many 83-year-olds today that you know in Sierra Leone that are healthy like this man, living on a good pension, but have decided to come back and work? Out of choice. This is not because he has to do it, right? It's a choice that he made. This man does not have to work anymore because he has his pension, but it's a choice. But in Africa, the old, the young, Sierra Leone as an example, no job for the people. But yet, corruption is on a massive. Elections are stolen. Results are not announced. This is what is actually happening. This is the problem we have. Whilst European countries are struggling with an imbalance in their population, they don't have enough young people to do the jobs. In Africa, we have a strong and young men and women that are filled with vitality, that are ready to work, but there's no job for them. And yet, when we have elections, the results are stolen. Till this day in Sierra Leone, there is no election result. I'll leave it here, guys. Bye-bye.